ELEX, 17-й эпизод, да, к сожалению, произошел небольшой вылет, особо ничего не потерялось, но я немножко сейчас в другом месте, боя с падальщиком не было, зато сейчас будет бой с шакалом. Отлично. Не добил. Убил. Фух. Ну, это более серьезно, чем падающий. Так, давайте нас сохранимся нормально. Да, бегу правильно. Так, а ты кто такой? Лол, я даже последним ударом ему урона не нанес. Это бессмысленно. Стоп, стоп.
But if you were a reaver, I'd have a bullet in the head already.
Are you collecting scrap?
Collecting? You don't collect it out here. Every last bastard piece you find, you have to fight for.
Sounds like you're having trouble.
Welcome to Tavon. Trouble here every day. To make it worse, it's mostly from outlaws, my own people. Everyone else on Magalan is scared of owls. I'm watching my neighbors. Doesn't seem to mean anything that I collect more from the ruins than the other collectors. I suppose I should just be happy I'm still alive and that there's normally something left for me.
Да, под музыку мы, конечно, забавная.
I just starve out here.
The scrap baron wants that scrap delivered.
I know, but I can't send it to him. I can't. I don't have a choice.
You think the scrap baron will be interested in your excuses?
No, I know he won't. I know he'll want me dead, but I told you, all scrap has to go to the new boss. I told you, I don't have a choice.
And who is the new boss?
Paul, he's
Что?
He's the lord of the island. He's on the island. That's all I can say. I can't tell you anymore. But it's best if you stay away from that island. Unless you want your head scrambled.
It's magic?
You're hiding something from me.
Well, I'm not hiding anything. I just can't say.
What can't you say?
Да, реально смотрит.
There's something in my mind. He gets what he wants.
So asking that isn't going to get me anywhere.
Ooh, it's prowling on us. Damn beast.
Че, лежать? What the fuck? Ты шо, мудак? Он же меня не видит, по идее. Чувак dead. Хотя нет, тут же можно по мосту пройти, зачем, кстати, что-то интересное будет. А нет, походу ничего. Ну, телепорт. Я не помню, можно, кстати, взрывать расстояние? Да, можно. Ай, черт возьми.
There was something hanging there.
Окей, не зря сходил. Так, еще что-то валялось. Ну, хлам, хлам. Воу-воу-воу. Легат. А, это эти. Я понял.
Work, listen, obey the will.
Даже в курсе. Ну ладно, поспать-то можно. подойти к этому хрену.
May Kalan bless you. Now tell me, are you a son of Tavar? Did you swear allegiance to the Duke and his outlaws?
What do you want to know?
Why would you hide the answer? So, are you an outlaw?
I'm not part of any faction.
Then you can stay here as my guest. All clerics offer a hand to all free people. I hope one day you will come to serve Kalan. Remember my hospitality when you come to make your choice.
Не понял, капслок, ты про что? Окей. Спасибо, что сказал.
What is your job here?
We need a lot of raw materials to feed our smelting furnaces in Ignadan. Material that is essential for our fighting machines. And we can get those resources right here.
Why here of all places? It's a long way from Ignadan.
Here, we achieve two things at once. We acquire the resources we need, and we also deny them to the enemy. The Duke relies on profits to keep power. We cut off his profits, and there's a chance his men will overthrow him.
You're not worried about the Duke finding out where you are?
We've been careful.
Maybe you haven't been careful enough.
What do you mean?
The Scrap Baron has noticed that his deliveries have stopped.
Damn, I feared stopping them completely was pushing our luck. Kalan is right. Greed will be our undoing.
So, what's your plan?
I will have to rethink our strategy. An open fight could mean losses in men and material. So, I think finding a way to throw off his suspicions would be our best course.
What can I do?
I will make sure the outlaws get their deliveries from time to time. Just enough so that suspicion is decreased. You need to sell that lie. Make it sound like everything is getting back to normal. Can I count on your assistance?
You can count on me.
Good, but be careful. If you're caught, the outlaws don't tend to be subtle when they're angry.
You should be more worried about the outlaws attacking you.
We have persuaded those who found us to keep our presence a secret. These weak-minded outlaws cannot stand against Kalan.
Машина, порывающая мозги
They'll take
какая-то.
any order I suggest to them. You have to keep your orders simple, but if you do, even an outlaw can understand what they must do.
How long will they obey you for?
As long as I wanted. In their eyes, I am their new god.
Wait, you used suggestion on the outlaws? Did they resist it?
My rate of success was high, but suggestion isn't without problems.
What problems?
One outlaw resisted. He wasn't as dumb as he looked. I thought I got through to him, but I was wrong. He ran when he got the chance.
And you let him get away?
That wasn't the plan. He escaped in the night, so it was too dangerous to go after him. Out in that darkness, we could have blundered into 100 outlaws trying to get that one back. I sent a patrol out to bring him back as soon as it was light. If he'd told the other outlaws, they would be here already. And despite his resistance, our ex-prisoner is a coward. He's hiding out there somewhere. I want him, and I want my property back.
Your property?
Yes. When he got away, he stole my weapon. Just make sure I get my weapon back, and I guarantee him his life.
I can help you get your weapon back.
Thank you. It is a scar on my honor to leave it in the hands of an outlaw. Bring it back to me.
Стоп, неужели это этот хрен или? Ну он же был тоже так себе. Нет, видимо нет, не он. Ну, давай сначала сбегаю к нему. Почему нет? Тяжелую трату выполнил. Обойду сейчас их лагерь, вдруг что-нибудь здесь интересное есть.
These outlaws are assholes, but somehow they find a way to stay alive out here.
Все, здесь больше ничего интересного, походу. Я, в принципе, фуловый, можно отправляться. Так, и как мне надо отправляться? Сначала перебраться через мост. Что это? Я еще не спускался вниз. Ой. Один на один я бы еще справился, но с двумя вряд ли уже. Ну да, даже не буду особо полететь. Ну ладно, хрен с вами. Просто услышал странный звук. Лол, спальный мешок. А, лол, тут есть люди. А, это разбойники. С двумя не справятся. Не так смертельно, их еще и двое. Просто мимо них пробегу. Дебилизм. Лол, я умер стоя. Вау. Так, еще раз, он где находится? Да, можно по низу идти. Неплохо. А что такого? Наверху обычно всегда всякий мусор валяется. Можно походить, пособирать. Ну, этого легко обошел. Я ж тебя щитом ударил. Валяйся. Да убей его! Привет, Кразимала. О, черт. Пробегусь просто. Так, передохнем.
You won't get away with that.
Что за... А чё вы сразу драться? Стоп. Это разбойники, типа? Каким-то говном меня закидали. Ну и ладно. Не больно-то и хотелось. Фига, они в чем-то меня стреляют. Так. Мне на ту сторону надо ручейка. Туда, походу. Да не, разбойники тут, типа, все остальные все на базах сидят спокойно. А разбойники без разговоров агрятся. Интересно, а как сюда будет зайти обычному человеку? Ха. А, все, понял, как сюда войти обычному человеку. По-человечески. Я уже заметил. Ха. Но... Мы же особенные. Не. Плохое место. А, черт, я не сохранился. Фак. Ну что, он медленно пополняется, мне почему-то казалось, что быстрее. Такс. Черт. Неужели не забраться здесь никак? Спойлер, блин. Окей, спасибо. Твою мать. Так, как дальше забираться? Сюда как-то. Да, как-то вот сюда. Да ёлы-пал, бесит, что он прерывается. Я не прошу его прерываться. Фак. Да ёлы-палы. Лол, я хп не потерял. Что за бред? Здесь, что ли, попробовать? А, ёлки. Что? Я встать не могу? Чё, серьезно? Вот. В смысле? Там такая площадка была. Не ври. Ну, есть мне должно хватить, надеюсь. Finally! Слишком просто. Даже не почувствовал.
Oh, we got a nice catch here.
Чё?
Nice, nice. Fresh meat in it. Got a fair amount
Хопкинс. А, типа ссылка.
You're gonna cook up nicely. Cook? Oh, yes, we'll do you justice. A few sprigs of scragweed and some cogroot. Oh, and you'll be just right for us. I'll get you.
So... Я, наверное, с ними не справлюсь. Тут же нет пинков каких-то или что-то в этом духе. Так, что мне это дало? Вау. Я могу посидеть. Было, да, что-то такое. Сейчас я попробую
Quit sneaking around. Quit sneaking around.
Так, а что я не могу войти сюда? Или мне сюда не надо, это так? Ну ладно, сейчас покушаю тогда. Посмотрю, что там у меня есть. Наверх? Окей, сейчас заберусь. Да, там вижу, можно по этим площадкам. Вроде бы. Найс. Только не понял, что за этот квест ты выполнил. А что за код? Что за... Не понял. А, господи, это баг был просто.
That didn't work.
Так, а кода где брать, я уже не помню.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
Где тут же должна быть, по идее, подсказка какая-то. Не понял. А, вот, вижу, все числа появились. Все, понял. Меньше, больше. Понятно, значит, это самое крупное число должно быть. Например, 8, 9, 5, 4. Блин, тут слишком много комбинаций потенциально может быть.
I'm in.
Лол, я зашел с первого раза, вау. Ну окей. Так, с этим я разобрался. Дальше посмотреть бомбочки какие-то эти. У меня есть ручные гранаты. Силовая волна. Ты вот про это, да? Так, интересно, как это работает, теперь бы узнать. Ну окей, давай попробуем. Я даже не знаю, насколько она эффективная. Так, теперь по-человечески подойти, наверное, стоит.
Oh, we got it. Nice, nice. Fresh meat. Cook. I'll get you.
Да ёб! Так, и чё, как это работает? Ну, еще на меня не нажимается. Не понял, одна пятерка нажимается, шестерка вообще не нажимается. Жму. Вообще шестерка не жмется, в принципе. Может, мне не хватает каких-то этих, я не знаю. Просто не жмется. Это все работает. А, вот, теперь жмется, когда... А, видимо, нужен был захват цели. Я понял, ладно, я сейчас переиграю, само собой. Я понял, нужен захват цели. Ой, ё... Так.
Oh, we got a knife.
Cook?
I'll get you.
А, труп упал. Фак, ну иди сюда. Бич лазанья, 1 на 1 я тебя развалю. Давай, камон. О, не успел отбить. Так, dead. Inside и outside. Осталось еще двое. Выманить бы еще одного. По одному-то я легко их убиваю. Ну ладно, давай, иди сюда. А вот и выманил. Так, отстань. Че. Так, да, иди сюда. А что ты отступил? Да ты ж dead! Фак! Почему, блин, я не сбиваю ему атаку, он не сбивает? Несправедливо.
What are you doing? Well, it's on now, asshole.
Да ладно, 3 удара, блин, да надоели вы. Уже определите, сколько у вас ударов в комбинации. 1 или 2? Ой, 1 или 2, 3, господи. Всегда было 2. О, в этот раз сбил я ему атаку, кстати. Ну, понятно, ты слабенький без своего стрелкового оружия. Так, один упал. Кстати, без магии по факту справился. Я и с первым тогда мог их не тратить. Как тут, кстати, ее убирать с ячеек? Удалить. удалить, вот. Чтоб случайно не нажать. Все вроде бы, да? Я сел, собрал уже. Поспать можно будет. Так, я не понял. А, вот он.
Just give me a minute to calm down, will you? Calming. Calming. Whew. Shit. A moment longer and those cannibals would have had me over the fire.
Они его
There's
схватили.
enough creatures out here trying to eat me without people trying it as well. Shit. That's not something I want to go through again. Hell. You've not got anything to drink, have you? Something to help a man get his head screwed back on?
Here. This should help.
That's good. There's something about a near-death experience that makes everything taste golden. You saved me. I mean, you saved my life. And I've learned a lot about Magaland's history. But cannibals...
Ну, это отсылка была, думаю.
I haven't heard of anything
зря же
like
имя
that since the
такое.
dark days after the comet hit. Most of what we live on in Tavar is from the past. So history is profitable. Interesting, too. You should learn it.
What are you doing out here?
The light beacon. I've always been fascinated by them. They used to be a cry for help, or a way to give help, direction, guidance. I've seen leaders come and go in the fort, and there's only one constant. You have to rely on yourself. So, I look for ruins, visit the beacons, and I find things to earn shards, so I don't need anyone else.
Brave for someone at your age.
My age? Age is bullshit. Wrinkled or smooth-skinned, life throws the same shit at you. I know these lands better than to come alone. I was traveling with a pair of scrap collectors. They needed a lead. I needed some help. On our way there, we got ambushed by a group of clerics. I didn't want a chance to fight with them. They were much better armed. So I got out of there.
What happened to the scrap collectors?
They didn't make the same choice. That's the problem with some people of their age. They think every fight is winnable. They think running away is the wrong thing to do. Yet, here I am at my age. I just wish I'd had their legs for running. The clerics caught up with me and took me prisoner. I'm here, aren't I? I waited until it was dark and I got out. I guess they thought I was too old to guard. And I got away with their leader's weapon.
Да.
I think that must have made them angry. Now those clerics are out hunting for me. You can hear their horns. That's why I thought I'd head for the beacon. Get some scrap and get myself back to Tavar. Shards would mean safety. But you know what happened next? Damn Reavers. Life sure is cheap out here.
Мне хотите забирать у него пушку?
Past.
Gladly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about Tavar.
Well, it might not seem like there's a lot of history here, but this place hasn't always been desert. When the comet hit, it turned this place into the wasteland you see. But not everything was destroyed. Some building complexes, like the fort, survived. Others were buried. When the sand shifts, other buildings appear. And then all the things that were left in them are there for the taking. Not that everything that's buried is good. Logan, the Duke as he's known today, they're sitting on a powder keg. Back before the comet hit, they stored weapons there.
Это
Serious, end-of-the-world weapons.
бомбом он еще
And
делает.
they're still there, somewhere, along with a whole stack of the usual kind.
What kind of weapons?
I know the history, not the science. I'm no cleric. But these things were supposed to
Ну да,
destroy
я
cities.
понял.
They were supposed to destroy countries.
How could they do that?
I don't know. Big explosions. Big explosions. And the fort is sitting on top of them. That's why I want shards. I want to be a long way from here if those things ever go off.
Tell me about the factions.
Well, they're recent history. I mean, they only came about after the comet hit. Before that, there were countries and governments. Millions of people organized into groups. Nothing like now. But the comet destroyed all that.
Назывались
There
не
aren't really
группировками, да,
records from after the
конечно.
comet hit. No one was writing things down. They were just trying to survive. No leaders. All the things they relied on to survive had gone. But it didn't take long for people to form groups to get resources. And it didn't take long for those people to start fighting. All factions think they've got ways to save us. They're all just ways people are trying to survive.
So, there are a lot of gaps in your knowledge of history?
Well, some. There were more records kept during the territory wars. That was once the factions had formed and started fighting each other. I guess as soon as you're a group, you want to start keeping a history of who you are. History becomes more important. Anyway, instead of fighting over 1 or 2 tins, the factions started fighting over land. ELEX. Resources. Any small factions that were left got absorbed or destroyed. I mean, these people were survivors, so you'd think that's what they'd want, to survive. Instead, there were yet more deaths. There aren't numbers, but I'd guess at least half of those still alive were killed. But that's just a guess. Finally, the people in charge realized the cost was too high, so they formed a council, the Great Council of Magellan, and made a non-aggression treaty.
A non-aggression treaty? That doesn't seem to have worked.
Well, peace is always fragile. The Berserkers and Clerics have totally different ideas about ELEX and technology, for a start. But after all the deaths, the factions knew they risked their own destruction if they fought anymore. So, the peace lasted, more or less. There are always some hotheads, some isolated clashes over resources. But the leaders brought their people back into line. All the factions rebuilt their lands, worked on their own rules.
So, what went wrong?
The Alps. They were just a small splinter group. They went up into Zakor, into the ice, and no groups were interested in that land. They built their strength, and then they invaded. The factions were taken completely by surprise. The Alps captured people, land, built their converters before the factions could respond. What happened to the prisoners, the dead? History doesn't speak of that.
I've heard enough.
Нет, нет, я слышал достаточно.
That's not always the case today.
Что? Не, ну типа я бы какую-нибудь Ову не отказался бы увидеть. Там на самом деле как эпилог. Но именно с точки зрения сюжета они, в принципе, завершили все линии. Даже из первого сезона, то, что осталось, они в 5-м оно было. Странно, а? Так что мне делать с этими? С пушкой забирать у него или как? Артфа. Так, ладно, пока поспрашиваю еще.
What do you know about the Berserkers?
They were a group living up in the woods, trying to grow their own food, and they evolved from there.
Everyone else was fighting for what was left, but they decided to make something new. It was some guy called Amric that started.
Не, ну сказал его не трогать, типа он
The new guy they
хороший.
have there, Thorold, the pilgrim, sees himself as some sort of spiritual successor to
Поэтому я
Amric.
говорю, если я потребую пушку,
He's changed things
как он на
there.
это
They're
среагирует.
pushing out into the world more than they did. The berserkers used to stay in Edan mostly. They'd fight to protect their borders, make assaults outside them, then pull back. Now they're holding ground. It seems the pilgrim wants to purify all of Edan. They're gonna use their
Ну это
world
да, я
hearts to
знаю.
change the world.
Еще бы я с ним столько
They want to use
работал
their
уже.
magic to turn the clock back and make Magalan what it was. Well, they'll change it. But whether Magalan was ever like they say, that's just a fantasy.
Просто мне как бы особо нет же дела, он же из изгоев, а эти это из клириков, а я ни с одной фракцией не особо не работаю.
How much do you know about
Ну,
the
кроме
clerics?
базовых квестов.
Secretive lot. They probably know more about history than the others, but they keep it to themselves. But this god they believe in, Kalan, I haven't seen anything anywhere about this god in records from before the comet hit. Why they've created a god and worship technology? Well, I can't understand it. Everything else they do is about knowledge and fact and observation. So why invent a
Для
lot of
единения.
hocus-pocus to go with it?
Why did the clerics have so few men?
The wars. They put their faith in their fighting machines. But either their prayers weren't answered or they had a technological hitch. They went into battle with the berserkers and their machines shut down. They were defeated. Heavy losses.
Ничего себе.
Those left retreated into Ignadon. Anyone that didn't make
Не
it
думал, что у
back
них так плохо
was cut
все.
down by one faction or
Мне казалось, что у
another.
них преимущество
The
должно
clerics'
быть.
numbers never recovered. I guess they must have fixed whatever the problem was with their fighting machines. It's never happened again.
Так, ладно, сейчас. Наверное... Ну ладно, надо докричь. Нет. Во-первых, я сохраниться хочу.
Give me the cleric's weapon.
Why should I give it to you?
We help each other out, right?
Well, you had a beer for me. So yeah, all right. You can have it.
Is there something you need?
No, I'm okay. Don't waste your time on my old bones. The only thing I'm interested in is stories. And I don't think you are the storytelling type.
What do you know about the Alps?
Hardly anyone knows anything about them. I mean, other than about their attacks.
Maybe I could tell you a story about them.
Now I am curious. Do you know why they use ELEX?
It makes them stronger, of course. Greater strength, lower levels of fatigue, reduced pain. It turns men into fighting machines, and not just physically. ELEX keeps them clear thinking. It removes the emotions that could get in the way of orders.
So it means no one can argue with orders.
It reduces the chances. That's one of the reasons Alps are so successful. They operate together without question.
Not all of them. Some operate alone.
Then you've heard of the Elexitors? They rule in Zakor. They still consume ELEX, but they are given a command role.
You mean like Wardek and Kallax? Or Jax? Have you heard of them?
Yes. they are
Jax.
To be feared. Though I had heard that Jax had disappeared.
So the rumors say. What else do you know about the Alps?
That they have as good as or better knowledge of technology than the clerics. That's because you and them have something in common.
Me? What have I got in common with Alps?
An interest in history.
А,
The Elexitors, well, I don't know for sure, but they have found some fragments of old world information. They're using that knowledge.
They're interested in the old world?
No, not at all. They just want the technology. Interest is emotional. the past is something that's gone. They want the future.
Неплохо как герой разговорился.
Not many people seem to think about what the elves want.
That's all I know.
That was very informative. Thank you.
Так, сейчас точно все. Да, пожалуй. Все-таки выполнился хоть этот кусок квеста. Справился с этими челиками. Но они не сильно сложные были. Просто когда анимация на тебя накидывает, особенно с лучником этим дебафа, который развешивает, слишком тяжко. А так по одному на мосту более чем легко. Ладно. Конец записи.